Relooted is one of the most ridiculous concepts we have seen from a game for a long time. You are reclaiming real African artifacts that were stolen by Westerners in a heist game. So, yes, black people are thieves. And of course, these developers have not taken the response to this title very well. There has been a lot of backlash, there have been a lot of memes. They are melting down on their Steam discussions pages. They are freaking out by silencing people, and the new trailer is also being ratioed. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, a couple of months back, we actually saw the demo for this release, and a lot of people thought that was the full launch and that it just came and went, but that's not the case. It now releases in 3 weeks. Everybody is pointing and laughing at it, and the developers are not taking it so well. And I understand when you've put years of time and work and effort into something, you feel protective of it. You want to defend it, right? You want people to see it the way you do. But at the same time, calling people ists and phobes and then silencing your critics by locking down their posts, banning them from forums is not a good look. So yes, if you don't know what it is, it says reclaim real African artifacts from Western museums in this African futurist heist game. Recruit crew members, plan escape routes, acquire the precious cargo, and bounce out of the joint as fast as you can. So yes, it is a game that is essentially black people stealing. That's not a good look for these developers who are trying to be stunning and brave, in my opinion. You think we're racists for, I don't know, making a few jokes or saying this game looks bad, but really, you are the racist for even creating a concept like this. In my opinion, hey, I'm not saying they can't make it. They're perfectly fine to, but that also means that I'm allowed to point and laugh, and a lot of people are doing that right now. So this is the official trailer on YouTube that was posted 2 days ago. It's at 6.5k views, 159 likes to 591 dislikes, not going over well. And one of the previous uploads from 7 months ago, the main trailer on the Epic Games YouTube account, has 61,000 views, 987 likes to 7.6k dislikes. There are thousands of comments saying, creates a game meant to represent Africans. It's a game about looting. South Park couldn't make a parody this good. We was Ludas and shit. But they have posted the new trailer. It was reposted over on X. And well, the response is exactly what you would expect it to be. IGN said, get another look at Relooted. And it launches February 10th, which I hate myself, and so I guess I'll stream it. People have asked me. I am a woman of the people, a gamer of the people. If you guys want to see it, it surely can't be as bad as Dustborn, right, guys? I hated that game, but gamers are saying, guess what? I'm streaming this day. What I legitimately think the only sales are going to get are from the 5 MoDeRn audience members, and then people streaming it to point and laugh at it, which, hey, these developers should be grateful. It's a couple more sales than they could have expected from the MoDeRn audience, but if it's going to be a financial success for them, we'll have to wait and see, but I highly doubt it. Woke trash, no thanks. Devs were like, this is gonna be empowering. This GIF is perfect. So much irony to unpack here. And of course, I'm not triggered over the concept of this game. People can make whatever they want, but I'm sure that there are even going to be wokies that are furious over this concept because of how ridiculous it sounds. When you realize that black sci-fi power fantasies are about stealing, but with gadgets. This has to be a black game studio because no way a European wrote this down on paper and said, yeah, let's develop this. Can't wait for the servers to shut down. GNC the game, a game about blacks looting, laughing my ass off when woke retards try so hard. They end up being based, hey, let's make a game with all black characters. How progressive, what are they going to do? Well, steal stuff, of course. And because gamers have had a lot to say on this title, they've taken to the Steam forums, and I had talked about this previously, but back in July, when one of the other trailers had released, they were locking down tons of threads, really going out of their way to silence people, as you can see here. Is anyone genuinely offended by this, or is it all irony? I've seen political YouTubers or grifters claim that the game's premise is racist. They locked that down because there was a debate on it. Who thought this was a good idea? Take a few moments to sit down, relax, and think about this. You made a game revolving around the idea of black people stealing things. What gave you the impression this was a good game to pitch to the market? People's jobs are at stake. Honestly, the character design is low-key atrocious, but now, in the modern time of 2026, they are not locking a lot of threads down, but what they are doing is they are trying to debate on these threads. I don't know why they think this is a good idea. Somebody said, get over it. The reason Western museums have so many one-of-a-kind artifacts is because the countries they were looted from had zero respect for their historical value. Sorry, the mean old white man decided history was worth preserving. And the developers responded with, got any source for that claim? Many of the artifacts in Relooted were taken from thriving existing civilizations who deeply treasured them. So unless you have sources to speak to your claim in a way that relates to the artifacts in Relooted, or at least the demo, your claim is inaccurate. Now, I haven't played the game, obviously, and I really don't want to, but that's beside the point. So I don't know what artifacts they are going to highlight within this title, but yeah, I mean, there is historical relevance and like basis for this claim that Western museums simply had gotten their start because they wanted to preserve history. I'm not saying that's always the case. There have always been people that have wanted to make money off of history and, ooh, we have these really cool pieces. But there are and were a lot of historians who simply wanted to do their best to preserve history. I don't know what their point actually is here. Like, oh my gosh, prove your claim. Why don't you prove your claim first? Are you going to put out an article talking about the historical accuracy and showing each and every artifact that's in your game and how you did research for it? Probably not. People were talking about how, this game is going to be coming out soon, and the developer said, y'all could start with the ones in the demo if you want to research it. Somebody said, I don't want to personally double your player count by playing the demo, and they said, that's okay, you can play it, we won't tell anyone, the knowledge is all in the game, which you can go play right now. If you aren't interested in playing the demo at least, why are you in the Steam forums of said game, lol? And they made a very good point. What is their player count? They aren't going to tell anyone. Well, they're not going to tell anyone because there's nobody to tell. As you can see on their Steam charts, the demo got a whopping 22 players 4 months ago peak. The 24-hour peak is 6. And in the demo right now are a whopping 4 players. To put that into perspective, just so everybody's aware, if we head back on over to the IGN post, it has 600,000 views. I know a lot of the comments are people trolling and memeing, but you are telling me out of the 600,000 views that this got, the best you could do in 24 hours is 6 players. If companies ever need an example of why they should not market to the modern audience, I would show them this Steam chart. Because clearly the people you're trying to pander to either A, don't exist, or B, just don't give a fuck about games. Maybe make games for gamers, and gamers will actually show up. But you got a whopping 6 players out of 600k views. That has got to be the biggest failure I have seen in a long time. And hey, listen, when I stream it, maybe 1 or 2 of my audience members will buy it too. Maybe they'll support it. I don't know. Maybe we can get that player count to 23, but I highly doubt that this is going to come out and be a smashing success. And really, in a time where the developers need as much help as they can get, they're only making everything look significantly worse for themselves. As I say, every time I criticize a game and a developer, if they ever wanted to sit down with me, have a conversation, clarify, give me their thoughts, actually act like adults and talk about their game, I would be more than willing to do that. My platform is open to them. My platform is open to anybody in this industry that wants to have a discussion, but will they? Absolutely not so. I will be keeping my eye on Relooted, and hey, I might be one of the 23 players that actually plays the full release in case you are just dying to see what this experience entails. And I'm sure chat is going to be insane during that time. But yeah, I mean, this game is dead on arrival. It is not going to get a high player count. Nobody is really that interested in it, and really it is just meme fodder at this point. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.